How did y'all get groceries then? How did your mother get groceries? Did y'all raise them on the farm?
No.
Or did she go?
Well, we raised most of what we eat on the farm, but then when you had to have other stuff, you had to go take a mule to White and go and pick them up.
Well, now, how long did it take for her to take a mule and White? How long would that take?
Usually take a day.
To go get groceries?
Yeah.
So how was groceries packed then? Did you buy like a bag of flour, or did you buy
Buy them in the sink. Sack of flour.
About how expensive would a 10-pound bag?
12 and 24 pounds. No,
You know? Well, what else would you find at the grocery store, Daddy? Would it be like
coffee?
You get your flour in
green coffee, sugar, all of it was in the book, and they put it up for you.
And then you bring it back on mule and wagon?
Yeah.
How often do you say you have to go buy groceries?
Well, 3 or 4 months.
Over there. Oh, me. Okay. Now, when you left Milton, where did y'all move to?
Oh, 5 Dallas.
Was there a community grocery store there too?
Yeah, small grocery store.
About how many miles would it service around the community grocery store? About how many miles would people come?
About 15 to 20 miles.
On mule?
Yeah.
To there. Well, do you remember when the automobiles came in as far as?
Yeah, I remember we got mail on the buggy and driving a buggy, bringing it about 2 or 3 times a week.
That's how you get you.
And whenever I was little, I didn't ever see but one car for a number of years until I got on up 8 and 10 years old.
Then that's when the cars came in. That what
started coming in.
That was in 19
and 23 and 4 and 5.
When did y'all get a car? Do you remember?
1927.
And you were, what, 12 years old?
Yeah, 12 years old.
That is just, what kind of car was it?
Model T.
Is that? I'll be darned. How much was gas fee? Do you remember?
I imagine it was around 15 cents a gallon.
Well, now, would y'all get your gas there at the grocery store, the community grocery store too? Well, then y'all would use your car to take you to go get groceries instead of using wagon.
Yeah.
Well, how often would you go to get groceries then?
Well, at that particular time, we could get them every week. Every day if we needed them, because there's 2 grocery stores right there. There's a neighborhood grocery store.
That just seems so unreal, Daddy. Just okay. Now, well, what would the grocery store look like inside?
Along then, you'd have big counters from one end to the other on each side, and then the counters keep the customers away from the counters. Something similar to that running along. Let's see, clerk would be behind that. Whatever you wanted, you had to ask him for it.
And he'd get it for you?
He'd get it for you.
And bag it?
Yeah.
Well, did you buy clothes there too?
Yeah.
So it was really just a general store then?
General store. Clothes, shoes, groceries.
Well, what about, Daddy, we see a lot of these movies, and they got back then, they got people clerks standing back there, and then you've got these little containers of candy and all the kids.
Well, that's the way it was.
That's the way they had all the candy.
That's the way it was.
And then
you had your sugar would come in bulk, 100-pound bags, and it would weigh up whatever you wanted. Rice come in 100-pound bags, and it would weigh up what you wanted of it. And coffee was green, or either roasted, ground coffee, and they'd weigh up whatever you wanted.
So nothing was really packaged?
Nothing really.
You just ordered how much you wanted,
what you
how
wanted,
much you
and
could
they weighed up for you.
How much was, how about meat? How did you buy meat during the 20s and early 30s? How could you buy meat?
Well, you didn't get meat until you come to Brewton. There wasn't no meat out there in the country. Grocery store, what you got was canned meats.
Okay, what would be in Brewton? How would that be set up?
It would be regular markets.
Meat markets, right?
Yeah,
And then they just have a counter and you tell them what you want
Yeah.
and they cut it out for
that's
you?
right. Have a meat case there, and different cuts of meat was displayed in it.
Like we had at the school. So really that, from the 30s on to the 50s, that really didn't change all that much.
Not all that much, it didn't.
Sure did. Okay, now.
No more than until the 50s, then you got to buying all that stuff in package. You take whenever I first went in business, I packaged up every bit of my rice, sugar, meal, and coffee.
And put it on the shelf, or
Put it on the shelf.
well now I don't ever remember doing that.
I do. I mean,
That didn't happen when I
no,
was helping,
it already changed whenever you started having
so
because
you could buy
it was coming in already packaged up.
Well now, when had you started working at a grocery store before you went to the World War?
Yeah, I'd put in 9 years in the grocery store.
Okay, where did you work?
I worked 7 years for Stokes.
That was downtown Brewton?
Yeah, buying and cutting meat, buying beef on a hoof, and butchering it, bringing it into the market, and processing it up to where the customer could get in the amount he wanted, the cuts he wanted.
Well, did you have to learn how to cut that meat, or did you just
learned
learn from somebody else?
I went there as a delivery boy.
How old were you then?
I was about 19 or 20, delivering groceries, and stayed there 6 months, and then he turned the meat case over to me, and I bought cattle and hogs and slaughtered them for him.
Would you go to the sale and buy them? Or?
I buy them at the sale. If either I go out in the country and pick them up.
About how much was hamburger?
They're worth from 15 to 20 cents a pound.
How about
Ribs,
T-bone? Do you
stew.
know how much T-bone was?
About 25 or 30 cents a pound.
Well, about how much did people earn on the hour then? What?
10 cents an hour.
10 cents an hour. So
Yeah.
you'd work 2.5 hours for a pound of T-bone, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's what they were making up at the box factory.
Okay, now let's see, what year was that then?
That was 1935 and 6.
Okay. Then after you worked there, what did you do? You worked at Stokes.
I worked 7 years for Stokes, and then I went across the town there and bought half interest in another in a store there and worked 2 years in it before I went into service.
Well, where was that store? Was that the one now?
Murphy below the theater. You
On
was
the other
born.
side of the theater?
Yeah, you was born in 42, right after I bought into that store. Or just before.
But you bought half interest in it. Well, Daddy, how was that set up? Now, that was set up so that people came in and they could charge, right?
Yeah,
It's credit.
and we delivered it to them.
And you delivered it to them.
Yeah.
And y'all had a truck.
Yeah, we had a truck,
Y'all
delivery
delivered it
truck.
on the truck.
Yeah,
How often would people come and buy groceries?
once a week.
But they came by
Very
automobile.
few people had cars, and they could pick up their own groceries.
Would they walk? Some of them walk?
They would bring the orders in there and leave them, and we'd fill them and carry them to it.
What time like would y'all open the store? What time would y'all close?
About 6 o'clock in the morning, close 8, 9 at night.
Was y'all steady working all day long?
I was, yeah.
Cutting meat.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Steady working and serving the customers.
and they just come and ask you what you want, tell you what kind of meat they want, and you cut it for them.
Yeah.
And package it, and they just
Right.
pay for it and tell you how much to charge it.
Either charge it, yeah, we run a big credit.
How many people were working in the store at that time?
5 and 6 on the weekend.
And that was a big store for them. That was the size store that y'all had. There was nothing in Brewton. There wasn't any bigger stores.
Oh yeah, there's
grocery
plenty of bigger stores.
Yeah.
Plenty of bigger stores in Brewton than what I was with.
Grocery stores.
Yeah, goodness.
at that time, but nothing like chain, nothing like it
Nothing
is
like a
now.
chain, no.
Okay, they were all like privately owned. Okay. Then after you came back from when y'all went out to California, right?
Yeah, I was in service in California.
Okay, you went how did you notice that it was food? Did you notice any food stores back over in California how was it different from what Brewton was there?
Retha, I didn't pay that much attention to them because...
Y'all shopped at the commissary?
No, a small neighborhood grocery store out there.
Out close to where y'all live?
Right close to the farm where we live.
Well, after y'all came from World War, and you came back to Brewton then, did you go back to Murphy?
I went back and during the time, I bought him back out and started operating the store myself again.
Okay, so you kept your interest in that store while you were gone then, didn't you?
No more than I rented him my fixtures.
Oh, okay.
Rented
Well, I never did know that. Now, I knew you worked at Snopes, but I never did know you moved on.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you sold out your part there, then you bought that over there behind the theater?
Yeah.
That was the first store we were in. And that was what, in the late 40s?
46. I bought back 27th of December, 46. And stayed there until 1973.
Right there in that block. Okay, when y'all bought them in the 40s, Daddy, how was the food? It was like you said, you packaged your own food.
You still packaging it just whenever I come back
and
out.
priced it like, what other kind of foods could you buy then? Canned stuff?
You can buy canned stuff, anything in a can.
What kind of produce would you do? How would you do
You get any
produce?
kind of produce you want.
Who would deliver it to you?
Produce company out of Mobile.
Would bring it in and
Bring
you
it
buy
in,
it?
yeah.
Okay,
He serviced us twice a week, Monday and Fridays.
okay, and then you'd have milk delivered every week?
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
And then you get your groceries from the Carol, Mayo.
Make candy.
May candy.
Well, there were several grocery houses workers.
Wholesale places.
Wholesale houses, yeah.
Well, how would they come about getting their food? Would it come in on the train or buses or trucks?
Theirs more or less would come in on trucks.
And then they'd turn around and resell it back to everybody. Okay, and then when you was over there in that block, then y'all had credit and you still delivered groceries.
That's right.
And people would call in on the telephone and tell them what you want, what they want.
Yeah.
And you'd fill their order.
We run delivery service 6 days a week.
Monday through Saturday. From early in the morning to late at night to start with, right?
Yeah, I usually had a truckload of stuff to deliver when I got out of the store now.
Well, would people order stuff every day, or would they order like a week at a time, or?
You had different customers. You had some customers that would give you an order just about like that right there on that filled up page. Then you had some people who would order a little bit of stuff every day.
Would it make any difference you deliver whatever amount they order? Well, about what time, Daddy, did the chain stores start coming into Brewton?
Chain stores started coming in Brewton in the 50s.
And how did
First of the 50s.
How did that affect you?
Well,
the credit store.
They got a lot of our business, but right on the other hand, we held our own until 3 or 4 come right in. We was in the center of these chain stores. There was IGA, and then there's Piggly Wiggly, and then Winn-Dixie was up there, Burgers. So I held my own right on up until about 67, 80.
And then business started slacking.
Yeah.
Why did you think that happened, Dave? You think that because people had more money, they didn't have to.
Well, they had automobiles and there's
they started
more variety. And another thing, they'd go to one of these supermarkets, and the variety of stuff was there. And they they were buying in quantities where they could sell it cheaper.
That's key, I think.
Yeah, they buy truckloads where I wouldn't buy but a half a dozen cases.
And they could sell it cheaper because of that. Well, so transportation had a lot to do with the change in the food stores.
That's right.
Transportation really had a big key in it then, didn't it?
Yeah,
The amount of money that people made.
well, they had their own automobile. They could go and pick them up. Didn't have to worry about somebody bringing them into them.
Now let's see now. What year was it you said something about hamburgers about 15 cents a pound? That was back in the
30s.
30s, okay.
36 and 78.
About how much was it back in the 50s? About £3 per dollar, what?
I imagine that's about right, yeah.
Okay, and then now in the 80s it's $1.19 a pound.
$1.29 too.
But back then though, when it was 15 cents a pound, people didn't make 10 cents an hour, right?
Right.
And now they make sometimes as much as $8 an
25
hour.
cents an hour was a big money then.
Oh,
That's right.
oh my goodness.
Whenever I was doing this butchering and all of that, I wasn't getting but less than 25 cents an hour.
And how many hours a day would you work?
12 hours a day.
25 cents an hour. But you made it, and everything was alright.
Oh yeah, I made a part of a living at home. Had milk and butter, eggs, butchered my own meat.
So that's another thing that's
Had
changed.
my own garden. Had all that stuff. Me and Junior made that stuff at home.
That's another thing that's changing. People a lot of times made their own stuff now, and they don't do that now because they don't have to, because it can be packaged and they can buy it at the store. So that's been really a big change since you were born.
That's right.
What else do you think of? It's really been a big change, Daddy, besides the price of food.
The price of food is the biggest change in everything. The price that you used to could sell a animal for 12 cents a pound, and they would come and get it and butcher it. And now then you can get 60 to 65 cents a pound of the same animal, but it's bought at a sale, carried to a packer, they slaughter it, bone it out, and put the price on it and then deliver it back to the supermarket.
It's been a big change. Well now, Dad, go back to when you said that when you had the community stores, the fella behind the counter would get everything. You'd tell them, you know, and now though, people take their carts and they go by and pick up everything. They won't put it in and then check out.
Right.
About when did the carts start coming in? Because I remember
Our
having
first
carts.
carts was, I think, was in 49 or 50.
That's about when they started. And then you just pick things up off the shelf.
Yeah. We converted all of our store into self-service. It was 18 to 45. But we would do, we stayed busy 12 to 15 hours a day. Customer would come in and get a cart, and he'd go all the way around and stop at the meat counter, and I'd service him with meat. Get the kind of meat she would want, the cuts she would want. She put it in her bag and then go finish doing the shopping around in the store and then go out with the cash register like we used to have.
That then, compared to when you bought it from the man behind the counter, there's so many more items on the shelves.
Yeah.
Then, you know, it's just progressed from
That's right.
first little community stores where you just bought flour and sugar, huh?
Yeah.
And now there's just so many things, there's just so many items.
You could maybe buy a bulk salt in place of buying
Well,
it in
now,
a shaker.
what do you mean when you say bulk salt? I don't understand. What do you-
Lucy would come in a 100-pound sack. And they put
That's
in,
what you call it, bulk?
put in wooden barrels and weigh up in it, fill in as much salt as you want.
And just put it in the paper bag.
Put it in paper bags.
Like we use today, those little brown paper bags.
Yeah, that's right.
And put a price on it.
That's right.
What else can we say there?
You had this turned on?
Yes, it's going. We got lots. What else can we say that? Let's see now. Okay, what influenced you to open a grocery store? Why did you decide to open your own? First you bought in half interest, and then you bought one of your own. What made you decide to stay with the grocery store business? Why?
Well, I was making more at that than I could getting out and getting a job working day labor. I was moving the stuff. I was making good money. Small, but I was making good money.
Well, when you bought into the building and all, did that frighten you, that big of an investment?
No.
Didn't
Paid cash for it.
Oh my God! Well, now what did you accumulated your cash from working over there and having half interest at Murphy?
No, I didn't stay with Murphy for a year.
And you had cash and paid it. Why did you get that cash? Did you just save it up?
I made it.
You just saved.
I worked day and night for it.
And then turned around and bought the grocery store.
Bought the grocery store, and then they moved it across the street while I was in the service, and would come back, and I bought them back out. And meantime, the man that the buildings belonged to wanted to sell me the buildings. I bought all the whole block and paid him cash for it, and then turned around and remodeled it.
Oh, that didn't frighten you. Okay, let's see. How many were employed? We talked about that,
About
didn't we?
6.
About 6. And then what would they all be doing? What would their chores do?
Some of them helped me with working in the meat department. Some of them delivered. One of them delivered, and one or two of them filled orders, restocked the shelves. About 2 in the cash registers.
That was in the 50s.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What did you do after the store closed? Craig knows that. Okay. So you gradually came out of the grocery store business.
Come out in 73, I think it was.
Okay. What else can we say?
Well, I went to farming.
You went to farming?
Yeah. Farmed till 2 years ago, 7 years. I farmed 7 years. I made real good. As long as beans was a good price, I done good out here on the farm.
Daddy, go back up here. It says, how did a World War II affect you? Did it help you as far as having to stop working in the grocery store and leaving and then coming back, or did it help you or bother you?
No, it bothered me.
You would have done better if you'd just been able to be an able to
I lost big on was the amount of money I was making when it was left and went on out there. I wasn't getting but about a tenth of what I was making in the store.
Very different. Daddy, think about Coca-Cola now. When did the teenagers love Coca-Colas. When did Coca-Cola come out? Do you remember?
Coca-Cola was a nickel until
How was it packaged in a bottle?
in the 60s. The 70s it went to 6 and 7 cents.
But it always came in that little bitty Coke bottle, though, didn't it? And y'all would have it in a big ice box that opened up to the top, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they go out and get their own drink.
Well, now, I remember that back in the 50s, but now how did it do in the 40s? How would y'all, did y'all sell Coke?
Way, yeah.
Then, in that same way?
Yeah. It cost 80 cents a case, and you cool them and get $1.20 a case for them.
And then it was the bottles you had to bring down.
Yeah, you get a deposit.
Pay a deposit on the bottle. Well, I can remember now when it went up to 6 cents and how aggravating it was to give 4 pennies back.
Yeah.
Because everybody had a dime. And then it wasn't long. It was within a year that they went up to a dime.
Yeah, they went to a dime quick.
They sure did. They found out for sure that penny supply wouldn't last. Nobody had a penny. They'd just give you a dime. You had to turn around and give them 10 cents back. 4 cents back. And then they've gone up to, I think Angie says she pays 45 cents for them at school. good.
I think. And was from 30 to 40 cents is what it costs.
Yeah, exactly. But they're in cans too.
It's 8 times as much as you know.
Sure. I think he ought to be right up. Can you think of anything else?
Anything else on there that?
I think we covered it. Oh, answer me this, Eddie. As far back as you can remember, as far as what your mother cooked and y'all ate.
Well, there was a big family of us, and she was cooking up for dinner and supper.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of foods would y'all eat as compared to what
It
we
was
eat now?
food out of a jar that we processed ourselves.
So y'all canned
We canned food.
What y'all grew on
On farm.
Yeah, that's right. And there was a lot of homemade biscuits.
A lot of homemade biscuits, country butter, and buttermilk and sweet milk.
Because y'all had your own cow.
Sweet potatoes, homemade syrup. Yeah.
Well, you know, Daddy, the old traditional biscuit with a hole in it, you know, and the syrup.
Yeah.
Y'all ate a lot of those?
We had plenty of stuff to eat. But back in the 30s, from 28 on to 40, you didn't see no money much. We had plenty to eat.
But you always had plenty
Yeah.
to eat.
We raised our own hog.
Oh, I know. Talk about the Depression. That's during the 30s. But how did that affect y'all?
Well, we couldn't get no price for nothing we had. I sold cotton for 5 and 6 cents a pound.
Well, did Papa raise cotton?
I did.
You
I
did?
raised it.
Well, Daddy, you were 15, 16 years
No, and
old.
I took farm over when I was 13 years old.
You did?
I sure did.
Well, what did Papa do? Did he do whales? Did he work on whales?
Yeah, whenever he could get a job, he worked on wells.
But now, at 15, you started farming and you did
I
cotton.
started farming before I was 15. I was 13, 14. By the time I was 15, I put a well, took it over.
How many acres did y'all farm?
About
Did
7
you
acres.
count? And you farmed about that much at that age? Daddy, that makes me think of Mr. Rotten. I can just see him out there and that on
I
you.
worked day and night.
You'd have to. How much would you get for your cotton?
5 and 6 cents a pound, which would pay the cotton store and bring about $30 or $35.
Shoot. And you had to pick it by your hand.
That's 50 pounds.
By hand. But now that's what y'all did during the Depression, during the 30s. But y'all never really went hungry though, because you raised your own
But
food.
we had plenty of food to eat.
How many pair of shoes did you have? Did you have enough to cover your
I had one if I was lucky.
And there was, how many of y'all was there? 10?
About 10 of
10 of y'all. Did everybody help? Well now, y'all had electricity? Didn't have electricity?
Well, I remember whenever electricity went in the house.
And then y'all had outside commodes
Yeah,
in
outside
the
toilet.
30s. Because what kind of bed would y'all have?
What kind of what?
A bed.
Cotton bed.
Cotton mattresses.
Yeah, cotton mattress. Cotton covers.
Would it be one big room, or the house that y'all lived in during that time? Did y'all have
3 or
several?
4 bedrooms, kitchen and dining room.
Well, y'all had a big house then, didn't
Took
you?
a big house.
Well, Daddy, how did Papa come about having that big of house for y'all? Did he make good when he
We
did work
rented
with?
them. We rented these.
You
Rented these farms. I had my own herd of cows from the time I was 7 years old. I bought my first calf when I was 7, and I had a herd of cows from then on. Go back to that, from then on to now. Until I went in the service, I had to sell them and come back. I bought me another.
So that hurt you there too, when you had to go in the
Oh, yeah.
service. You had to give up your
I
cow.
had to give it up, and then I had to give up a bunch of land that I had that I could have bought up for its taxes. I had to give that up. All right, got 1/8 And I had to give that up, which would have been worth millions of dollars today.
Well, I didn't know that.
Me and a friend of mine got a lawyer in Escambia County, Conacker, Baldwin County to find all the land that could be bought for its taxes. We was going to buy it for its taxes.
But you couldn't.
And after I got my 1/8 card, I had to give that up.
You won a card?
Yeah.
That meant you was up
I
to
was
go
ready,
in.
ready for draft in 30 days. And give every bit of that up.
I reckon how much of the acre would you have probably had to pay for it, do you know?
About 57,000 a acre. Some of it might have cost $2 an acre.
Was that around in this area?
Thousands of acres of it in this area, in Baldwin County and Conacker County. Thousands of acres. Been worth millions of dollars.
It sure would have been.
I had the money to pay it off too.
My goodness. But with you gone, you couldn't be here to see that, so you couldn't buy it.
Had to pass it up. Had to pass it up.
Yeah, that sounds good. Looks like, is there anything else that we can add?
Well, I have been in the feedlot business too. I shipped out as many as 5 truckloads of cattle in one day. You remember that too?
And over in Townsend too,
Yeah, down here.
Well, Daddy, if you had to go back to any year from the time that you can remember to now, what year would you? Can you say that there was a year that you really felt like that it was the best time?
The first 3 years I come out here on the farm.
So that was about when?
I paid taxes on $43,000. It weren't money the first 2 or 3 years I was out here.
So as far as financially wise, so that was your best year, right?
Yeah.
And when was that?
Of course, I made good money while I was over at that store.
Yeah, you did.
I was trading and trafficking too. Buying land.
So all of it's really been good years.
Yeah, I've had good
You
years.
just knew that it was just not really.
Last 3 or 4 years it's been rough on me.
Which is really the sign of time.
As long as I could work, I made good.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think we got about 30 minutes on this thing. That ought to do it, hadn't it?
Yeah.
Think of anything else?
No, I'll do that again.
We did our homework.